Good morning. Solstice blessings to everyone. The air seems really still today. I mean, the energy feels still. There's lots going on with birds and it's now raining and everything, but it feels as if something's stopped. Which, energetically it has. We kind of stop for 3 days, don't we? And then move on again. But yeah, it feels kind of weird. So I'm Sarah, shamanic guide, healer, way shower. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that like button, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Oh, sorry, I just got to stop to eat some tiny strawberries. Delicious, like little nuggets, jewels of strawberry. Anyway, today I thought I would talk about something that is looming on our horizon. I'm trying to get out of the rain, I think, under this oak tree. I was listening to Greg Braden and John Peterson, and then they were talking about an asteroid called Apophis, which is due to come incredibly close to the planet, our planet, on April 13th, 2029, which is only 4 years away. And when I say close, they mean close. I think Greg mentioned the figure of certainly under the satellite, our communication satellites, and possibly within 19,000 meters of the Earth, which sounds awfully close to me. And it's a guaranteed event. This asteroid isn't going away anytime soon, and it depends how close it comes to the planet, but they reckon it's going to be underneath the satellites, communication satellites. So how is that going to affect us? I mean, it seems that it's unlikely to actually hit the planet, but they talk about how it may well disrupt not only communication, but may disrupt our magnetic field. It may disrupt our energy fields around the Earth. It could cause supervolcanoes to go off. It could cause huge tectonic movement, which in turn will create, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, what have you. And so it's a big event for humanity, and something that hasn't been widely talked about for, I don't know whether it's obvious reasons, but I guess the powers that be don't want to panic people. But to be honest, you can panic as much as you like, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's no, we can't say, okay, well, I'm going to Mars tomorrow. In that case, I'm going to pack my bags and leave, because we can't do that. They don't know where it's going to kind of skim the Earth's gravity field. They don't quite know where it might, what area of the Earth it might pass over. So, there's nothing we can do. And they were also talking about how it seems that the powers that be, that think they are in charge of us, are manoeuvring humanity into a place that kind of suits them if something kicks off, if there are big catastrophic movements. Thus, 2030, the plan, 2030, to change everything, or change the way we live, with global governance and all that kind of stuff, is really there for their benefit in the event of something happening on the 13th of April 2029. And so Greg and John were discussing was how, we prepare for something like that. And indeed, how do we prepare for something like that? And my gut feelings are that, well, firstly, it puts everything into perspective. It puts our very small lives into perspective. It puts the fact that we can't afford to make payments on whatever it is that you've maxed out on your credit card, or some relationship issues, or whatever is going on in your life. It kind of puts it all into perspective. If in 4 years' time the world will not be how we see it now. And so my feelings are that, firstly, we try to build a community, we try to build our tribe. So it's a case of getting to know people around you who are on the same wavelength, and maybe talk about it, maybe talk about how you can support each other in the event of something catastrophic happening. And the other major thing that occurred to me is that we probably need to sort ourselves out big time. Do that long awaited work on ourselves, go down that path of the warrior, and really do our shadow work, really do our cleansing, really do our soul releasing, our ancestral wound healing, so that we're in the best possible shape we can be for the new earth. Because essentially I think that's what's going to happen. Things are going to change so much that this is the new earth that perhaps everybody's talking about, that energetically we will have changed, maybe physically, maybe things are coming from off planet to help us. Who knows? Whatever your way of thinking is, it's certainly something will shift for sure. And we need to be in the best mental, physical, emotional and spiritual place that we can be. And the way to do that is from my perspective, is through shamanic work. Although all the different traditions, whether it's Buddhism or, Zen or whatever you follow, we're all trying to reach the same goal. We're all trying to walk each other home. We're all trying to find that better us. And so I feel that's the work we need to do in preparation, and now is the time to do it. I mean, the astrology has been saying this for a while. It's been saying that, humanity is shifting, we're ascending, we're awakening. More and more people are waking up to the idea that, we've been lied to over the years, and that, the best thing we can do is to get ourselves in shape and not rely on other people to tell us what to do. So it was just food for thought this morning on this wet solstice. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend, whatever you might be doing. And just food for thought. Go along to John Peterson's. I can't remember. I'll look it up and put the link in the description box of where you can find this video. But it's super interesting, and it's just their thoughts. They're not trying to tell people what to do. They're just saying this event is happening, and we know it's happening, and we even know what day it's happening on. And apparently this asteroid is going to spin off Earth, shoot out into orbit, and come back in 7 years' time. So it's not just a one-off event. And we hope it's not as catastrophic as the dry Youngers and we're all wiped out. And I guess maybe it doesn't matter if we are, frankly. But we know if we're prepared, we can be in the best shape we can to encounter whatever comes along. And we don't panic, because there's no point in panicking. Anyway, have a lovely day. Ciao for now.